The Zoreti Empire had ruled 12 star systems for millennia. Their crystalline ships, powered by harvested stellar energy, were considered the pinnacle of galactic engineering. Their armies had never known defeat. Their diplomatic corps had negotiated 1,000 surrenders without firing a shot. They made one fatal error. They thought humanity would break like all the others. The attack on New Eden Colony had been meant as a demonstration. The Zoreti wanted Earth's resources but needed humanity cowed first. So they chose the softest target, a colony world populated mostly by families, scientists, and educators. 400,000 souls, over half of them under the age of 16. The colony's defenders barely had time to send a distress signal before orbital bombardment turned the surface to glass. Admiral Marcus Thompson received the transmission aboard the UES Retribution 3 days later. The bridge crew watched their commander's face transform as he viewed the footage. Where warmth once lived in his eyes, something else took residence. Something that made even his oldest friends step back. "How many?" he asked quietly. 230,000 children, sir." His lieutenant responded, voice breaking. The youngest was 3 months old. Thompson stood in silence for a full minute. When he finally spoke, his words carried the weight of humanity's collective grief and fury. "Recall every ship, every colony, every human in space. We're going to war." The Zoreti expected negotiations. They received extinction. Humanity didn't announce their intentions. They didn't send ultimatums or demands. They simply acted. Every human scientist abandoned their research to develop weapons. Every artist became a propagandist. Every teacher became a strategist. Every parent became a soldier. The entire species unified under a single purpose: the complete annihilation of those who had murdered their young. The first Zoreti world fell within 6 months. Not to bombardment or invasion, but to a biological weapon that targeted their silicon-based DNA. The plague spread faster than light itself, jumping through their quantum communication networks. Within days, crystalline bodies littered their pristine cities. When the Galactic Council demanded humanity cease their assault, Earth's response was broadcast on every frequency. "They killed our children. We will erase their species. Any who stand with them share their fate." The galaxy watched in horror as humanity revealed the dark ingenuity they'd hidden behind smiles and trade agreements. Weapons that shouldn't exist poured from human factories. Planet-killer missiles that phased through shields. Viruses that consumed both organic and synthetic life. Temporal bombs that aged targets 10,000 years in seconds. The Zoreti tried to surrender after losing their third world. Humanity's response was to accelerate their attacks. They tried to flee, scattering to the galaxy's edges. Human hunting packs followed, relentless and methodical. No ship escaped. No colony survived. No Zoreti was spared. Other species begged humanity to show mercy, to remember their principles. Earth's ambassador addressed the Galactic Council one final time. "Mercy died with our children on New Eden. We gave the galaxy our trust, our friendship, our vulnerable. You stood by while they were slaughtered. Now you'll stand by while we deliver justice." The campaign took 3 years. Historians would later note the terrible efficiency with which humanity conducted their genocide. Not out of cruelty, but from determination. Every human knew someone who'd had family on New Eden. The war wasn't fought by soldiers. It was prosecuted by grieving parents, orphaned siblings, and friends seeking vengeance. When the last Zoreti fell, humanity didn't celebrate. They simply returned to their worlds and began rebuilding. But the galaxy had learned something that day. Humans could be kind, generous, even naive. They would share their technology, their culture, their friendship freely. But touch their young, and they would reveal what evolution had forged in Earth's violent crucible. A species capable of love so fierce it could transform into annihilation. The memorial on New Eden still stands, crystallized earth surrounding a simple monument. Upon it, 230,000 names of children, and below them, 7 words that echo through diplomatic halls across the galaxy. "They killed our children. Never forget. Never forgive." The Zoreti Empire, once spanning 12 systems, exists now only in history archives, a cautionary tale told in whispers. They learned too late that humanity's love for their offspring was matched only by the thoroughness of their vengeance. Some called it justice, others barbarity. Humanity called it what it was: a promise kept to 230,000 children who would never see another sunrise. The galaxy never threatened human young again.